It's not in the cards for you. I'm pretty good at insults, and I got the internet and a lot of free time.
Here's my position on tattoos. I don't mind when other people have them. I don't think it's rebellious. I think it's just people decorating their body. I'm not going to get one because it's like graffitiing my house. My body is my house, and I don't want to graffiti my house. I wear shirts to express myself, not permanent things. Yo, it's funny. All these working people that support Trump, especially working men, when socialism is about the sanctity and the power of the working person being in charge. You're not a capitalist. You're in false solidarity with the billionaires that don't give a fuck about you. You're just surplus labor to them. All you are is money that they earn by sitting on their ass while you do all the hard work. You know, there's no greater example of American politics than watching Trumpanzees and libtards try to own one another by posting pictures of politicians from the opposite political party standing next to the same pedophile human trafficker. You know, women are weird. You fall absolutely in love with Jack from Titanic or Jamal Malik from Slumdog Millionaire. These poor guys trying to get their girl, and in real life you just gravitate away from the guys because, oh, they don't have enough money, but you watch these Slumdog Millionaires and these Titanic movies, oh, the poor guy got the rich girl. You fucking hypocrites. And who did the socialists eliminate? Fascists and oligarchs. Which are you? Think of who capitalists try to eliminate and oppress, the poor and the working class. Think of who socialists try to eliminate and oppress, oligarchs and fascists. You choose the backbone of the country and the world, or the leeches, which are the rich people, because they get more in tax breaks than you do as a poor person, especially in this country, the richest country on earth, USA. That shit's not right. Violence is not the answer. So we'll just sit around and wait for the ruling class to give way to the working class. Any minute now. Any minute now. Here's how I would do socialism if I had the power to do so. I would blank out all the money on all the computers, and I would say that all the paper and coin doesn't work anymore. We would redistribute the wealth from that blinking out. We would just give everybody $100,000 a year. You could only have $1 million. Otherwise, we'd take it from you and we give it, which is essentially what we do through taxation. So you only have $1 million. Excuse me. You say 100 million people died under communism or socialism, whatever you want to call it. First off, that number is grossly exaggerated. But even if it wasn't, why not whataboutism? What about the 100 million that died in India in the same time period for capitalism? What about the 100 million Native Americans that died for capitalism? What about the 20 million Rwandans that died under Belgians' rule under King Leopold II for capitalism? Capitalism kills 20 times more than socialism has ever done. So just in a chat group with a bunch of hot communist women, Man, they're just as bigoted as Republicans. They act so fucking privileged with their weightism, classism, ageism, and ableism. It's easy to see why nobody wants to be a communist if you're just going to be as bigoted as the repukes. Go to Gulag. I liked Obama, I really did. I voted for him. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. And then he proceeded to bomb the Muslim world with drone strikes, dropping 90,000 plus bombs. The war on terror has killed 4.7 million Muslims. About 400,000 of them are civilians. You bitch and moan about Osama bin Laden, and he's a terrible man. He deserved to die, because he was a conservative. He killed 3,000 people, but part of me thinks that Israel was behind 9/11. And part of me thinks that they're behind the Epstein list. And a lot of people think this. Growing up in America is waking up one day in your life and thinking, are we the bad guys? What bugs me is a lot of Jews and Muslims seem to hate each other. And it doesn't make any sense because they're both a Semitic people. They're brothers and sisters. It's just one has brown skin and the other has slightly less brown skin or are white. And it just seems like this big culture war the billionaires manufacture in order to create war and profit. Man, when the libertarians talk about taxation being theft, all I can think about is surplus labor and profit. Capitalism be like, there's no genocide in Palestine, meanwhile Gaza City is ripped to ruin and shreds, and it's just a pile of smoldering rubble, and there's kids on the street that look like they're suffering from famine circa 1943 in Bengal. And then meanwhile they'll say, oh, there's a genocide in Xinjiang, China. Meanwhile the buildings are upright and pristine and prosperous, and there's no children on the streets like in Gaza City. They're going to school and learning about imperialism and associating with their friends. You know, you see a lot of skinny and athletic guys that date chubbier, heavy-set women because more cushion for the pushing. And honestly, that's a valid point. But you don't see a lot of women that are thin and athletic and skinny and beautiful dating chubbier guys unless that guy has a lot of money. And they say that men are the privileged, entitled, bigoted ones. I'm not the type of guy that expects sex on the first date. Unless you want to, then of course I'm gonna be down. You shouldn't expect that from me though. I'm not gonna say that it's transactional or whatever, you know, the retards fucking say that I am, because that's fucking bullshit and they're lying. But you shouldn't expect me to be a guy who pursues dating because I'm a human being and most human beings want to mate. My last girlfriend, as many of you well know, is 18 years older than me. And never once did I think, gee, this is an older person, they're taking advantage of me. Granted, I did a lot for her. I cooked for her, I cleaned for her, I mowed the lawn, I picked up sticks, you know, I did the laundry sometimes. I did most of the chores in the house. I cleaned the bathroom and the kitchen every day. But I volunteered to do that shit. You know what I mean? She still is a wonderful person. I just fucked up. Because she talked me to get out of my meds. She was kind of hippy-dippy and didn't realize that that was a bad decision. And I started coping by drinking a lot of caffeine. But I'm not doing that anymore. That was 14 years ago. I've learned since then. You learn from mistakes, you make mistakes, and you learn from them. At least I would hope so. So I don't understand how someone 20 years younger than me would see me as taking advantage of them. I'm 45 years old, and maybe if I want to go in the other age direction, that's my prerogative. It's not because I hate older people or hate her. It's because I want to try something different and new. And when I'm volunteering to do the same stuff for you as I did for her, really you have no case. And I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. If I did all that stuff for her, why wouldn't I do all that stuff for you?
My problem with religion is most religious people worship their particular savior or martyr or founder of a religion, but they don't carry out the message. Turn the other cheek, love thy neighbor, love everyone as I have loved you. They don't seem to do that. And of course, I'm just pointing out quotes from the Bible, Christianity, but Muslims don't do it either for the large part. It just, if they were, they would be socialists, which you do see in some of them. Zohran Mamdani is a socialist, and he's running for mayor of New York. So there are progressive Muslims out there, of course. And there are progressive Christians out there like Jimmy Carter, who lived to 100 years old and spent most of his life helping people. But I would say that the vast majority of religious people are pieces of shit, because you worship the man and you don't carry out the message of love.
So today the group chat that I left yesterday invites me back in after I leave the chat for them disrespecting me and lying on my name. And it wasn't 10 minutes before they started disrespecting me and lying on my name. I know some of them watch this channel because they know who I am. But if you're going to invite me to your chat, don't disrespect me because I'm not going to hear it. I'm leaving.
As an older guy interested in younger males and a libtard or whatever you want to call me,